At this stage, you would need to decide which LED is the most suitable for your design. The first LED to think about is a single colour LED. Single colour LEDs are not very bright, which can be seen as a good thing. They are often used to indicate something has been turned on, or just as a low-level light that are good for night lights or decoration. They require very little energy to work, which means batteries last longer. They also don't get very hot, which is good to prevent fires. They also come in a range of different colours, which is good for a range of different designs. Single colour LEDs aren't very bright, which can also be seen as a negative. If the LED is used to light up the product to make it easier to see, then it isn't going to be very good at its job. Another downside is the colour that comes out of the LED. If you use a red LED, it often looks orange when turned on, or a green LED can look yellow. I also find using LEDs can make the design look different as well. Often, a white LED is better for keeping the design looking the same in the day and at the night. It is a good idea to stick down an image of the LED to help you think about its qualities. You should try to explain the advantages and disadvantages of each LED to help you decide which is best for your design. For example, if I use the single colour LED for my design, then the advantages might be that it comes in a range of different colours, which means I can choose the most suitable LED for my design. You also need to consider the disadvantages. For example, the colours that come out of the LED don't always appear the way that they are supposed to be. This may affect the design negatively. The second LED option is the multicolour LED. The multicolour LED gradually changes through the primary and secondary colours. It has an attractive look and generates a lot of interest. It also has a good quality and an expensive feel. It isn't that bright, but it is a little brighter than the single colour LED. The multicolour LED can be very distracting because it constantly keeps changing, which does grab the attention for long periods of time. This could stop people from completing important tasks. It also costs more than the single colour LED. Additionally, the multicolour effect might not suit a lot of designs. Again, you will need to consider the advantages and disadvantages of the multicolour LED in relation to your design. For example, the multicoloured effect would suit the sky design because it looks like a rainbow and will fit in well with the theme. Make sure you also give a disadvantage of the multicoloured LED, such as the multicoloured LED is more expensive, which will push up the price of the clock for people to buy. This might mean that children can't afford the clock and they are the target market. The third LED option is the flashing LED. The flashing LED constantly flashes one colour off and on fairly quickly. It grabs the attention of people, which is great when trying to sell the product. It comes in a range of different colours, which is good because you can then match up the colours with your design. It is fairly bright, which means the design will be seen clearly at night. The flashing LED can be very distracting because if constantly turning off and on, this could stop you sleeping if you wanted to use it as a night light. It also costs more than the single colour LED. Additionally, the flashing lights might take away from your design. Again, you will need to consider the advantages of the flashing LED in relation to your design. For example, the flashing LED will grab people's attention when it is being sold in a shop because it's constantly flashing. This will hopefully mean that people will buy the products more and making more profits. Make sure you also give the disadvantage of the flashing LED, such as the flashing LED might annoy the user after a while and stop them sleeping if the clock is used in a bedroom. Finally, you will need to decide which LED would be best for your design. Make sure you have explained why you have made the decision. For example, I have chosen the multicoloured LED because I think it would suit my design best. It will look like a rainbow in the sky and grab people's attention for longer periods of time, stopping the user from getting bored with the clock design.